Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Welcome back to Car Wires as we get back into our 2017 Bougie Black Brother Award Show. This episode 2 jumps right back into our award nominees.
But okay, on to the next. I want to go ahead and talk about the most slept on, since we were talking about the most slept on with that last one. I think this is kind of important because it was so much good stuff out, to your point, this year that it had to be a couple of CDs or a couple albums that a lot of people missed. You know, even we missed that we checked out later. So nominees are The Never Story, JID, Everybody, Logic, Ether, B.O.B., Starlito and Don Tripp, Step Brothers 3, and I Decided, Big Sean. So we'll start from the bottom. I Decided, Big Sean. I wanted to put this on there because even though this album had a lot, Big Sean, period, was the most mixed reviewed person this year.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, the way you feel about Big Sean is the way a lot of people feel about Big Sean. You know, and the way I feel about Big Sean is the way a lot of people feel about Big Sean too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, he is kind of nice, and but everybody's like, he's kind of nice, but he's not nice. You know what I'm saying? So don't put him in the nice category. And then you were like, and then when you were like, you know, and you're not the only one that said it. You know, you're like, he's trying to diss Kendrick Lamar. What are you doing?
What the fuck
is
are
that?
you doing?
What is that? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I definitely wanted to put him on the list because, you know, people have this thing that it's Kendrick against Big Sean, but I don't see that. I see him just rapping. I see him just rapping and just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's life changing. You know, but I decided it was a good album, man. I decided it had some really, really good tracks on it, and it had one of the best Eminem verses of the year on it.
So, is it slept on? No, it was played. And I think it deserved to be played. I just don't think I don't think people slept on it. I think they played it.
Okay.
So I'm going to give the album credit. But to me, slept on is like, yo, you didn't fucking play this. You need to hear this. Oh, I heard it was okay. Nah. You need to put this on.
Okay.
To me, that's when you slept on something. I don't think they slept on Big Sean. I think they heard it. It just was split, just like you said. You have a lot of people to be like, yo, this kid is nice though, man. Listen to his. No, he ain't that nice, dude. He raps.
Yeah.
He's not that nice.
Rapping.
Come on now. Yeah, he's just fucking rapping. So that's how I kind of took it. I don't hate it. I just think people put him higher than where he should be.
Okay. All right. And then I'm not sure if you got around to Starlito and Don Tripp, but
Nope. They didn't get to them. No.
Yeah.
So tell me a quick one on those.
Yeah, this is pretty much their third go at the Step Brothers. The first one was a mixtape. Their second was actually an album. And then this one was good. It was definitely slept on because they're independent.
Gotcha.
And I the second one was really good, and I thought the momentum from the second one was gonna go into the third one, but I'm thinking I guess it just took too long, and they didn't get enough promotion. They didn't get enough promotion time out for it. But the album was pretty decent. I enjoyed the album. It definitely deserved a nominee. It didn't deserve a nominee for the collab, but it definitely deserved a nominee because of. See, they're both Tennessee, Memphis rappers, so they have this different type of sound to them, and it's kind of Yo Gotti-ish, but it's a little more underground, you know. Okay. So once you catch their sound, you'll appreciate it, but you have to have heard both of them separately and then when you hear them together, you'll be like, okay. That's why this is their third go at it. They're both really lyrical artists. They're like punchline artists. You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
they kind of sound like Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Again, everybody, majority of the people in the rap game sound like Wayne. There ain't no way around it, dog.
They just picked up on it and just kept going.
Ain't no way around it, man. Ain't no way around it. So good, decent album. Cool. And then the Ether, B.O.B. Right. I thought this was definitely slept on because of again the amount of stuff that was out. I got an opportunity to hear it. And I like B.O.B. But the amount of stuff that was out that was like really, really, really good was like, dang, man, I want to listen to it, but then it's like, I'll listen to it a little bit later. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then
it ended up just not getting played. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good album. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we rated it pretty decent, man. We rated, I think, a high 7.
So I think B.O.B. is one of the slept on albums. I think that was a really good album. But it's just so much shit coming out. It's just so much. Even anticipating. It don't mean it was better than B.O.B., but you anticipated because you wanted to hear it. You was waiting to hear it. So when you're waiting to hear something that's come out and it's okay, you're kind of still playing it until you really get the grasp of it. And you won't go back to a B.O.B. You know what I mean? Sadly.
Or you mess around and this is, I think this came around. Well, this is what happens, man. Something really good comes out, and then an album like this comes out. So you're like, oh man, I fucking love this album. Oh, B.O.B. came out. And then you listen to the B.O.B. and you're like, oh man, but I love this album that just came out. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't really get to digest the B.O.B. like that because of everything else that came out. With no disrespect to B.O.B., man. It's just that's how it was this year.
But that's why this is good to have him in this slept on. Because he's definitely one of them that, people can easily sleep on because there was just too much out.
Yeah, definitely.
So Logic, everybody.
Yeah, so the Logic, everybody, I feel like it was slept on because when it initially came out, it was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is really good. And then better shit just started coming out.
Right.
It's just like, it's good.
So I'm going to have to ask you, though. He's up for awards.
Yes.
And, funny, your niece, my grandchild, kept playing his song.
Mm-hmm. You know why?
Why's that?
Because he looked like a white boy.
So is it really slept on then?
Well, you know why
because
it's
slept on?
It's slept on.
Why?
Everybody album is slept on. That single.
Oh,
because
album.
Listen,
Gotcha.
We listened to the album, and he was talking about being black in that album. But guess what they promoting? Yeah. They promoting that Suicide song. Yeah. Which I'm not taking nothing away from it. You know what I'm saying? But he can't talk about him being black in that Suicide song.
Or they're not going to put that one on there because they kind of like, let's make sure these kids still think that he's white.
Right. And and does my niece, your granddaughter, think that's a white boy or think that's a black boy?
We didn't talk about it. We were just talking about
I'm sure she thinks that's a black boy. I mean, white boy.
Probably so. You
know what I'm saying? If she seen the video, she'd be like, oh yeah, that white boy.
Yeah, that little white boy rapping. That dude ain't white.
But that means that they slept on the album.
Yeah. So album. So okay. So now you made me rethink some things. Okay, go ahead.
So it's just a lot of people. There were some people who didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that he was bringing up the I'm mixed. I have light skin problems. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't get it. The whole mama thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. But everybody has a perspective, and I've never heard that perspective on art like that. You know, I haven't heard that perspective on the track like that. So for me, I enjoyed it because it was different. It was different lyrics. You know, he brought it different to the table. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be able to do that again? If he does it again, then it's a gimmick for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a gimmick for me. But it wasn't a gimmick because he's doing the single that he's popping is the Suicide song. So I don't think it's a gimmick because if it was definitely unsuccessful. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? He was if you were going for me being black as the gimmick, then you totally missed it and you totally caught on the suicide shit. You know what I'm saying? So your plan B worked.
But again, it still could be part of that promotional thing that the label is kind of like, I still want them to think that he's white because more people will gravitate toward him as opposed to that. But I don't know, bro. So slept on the album. Okay, I'm gonna have to give you credit on that one. Okay.
And then I'm sorry. Did you want to?
No. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. And then the Never story, JID. Wow. You know, that's with the little bit that they gave him, they gave that man crumbs, and he turned that album into diamonds. You know, I just really hope he can bring more to the table next time. You know.
So I don't know if you knew this, but there's a TV show, HBO show called Insecure. And so they put a bunch of West Coast music on it. But on this season, they had JID and they had SZA all throughout the whole fucking series. So he got some love, which I was really surprised. But they didn't have check this out though. They didn't have his lyrical stuff. They had the ones that he was singing.
Okay. Singing, okay.
But if you heard that, you kind of was like, wow, this is a nice song. As good as a singer he is, he's a better rapper. So people who ran and got that probably wouldn't have realized that this dude was a rapper. So he got some credit for being a singer and said, oh, this is going to go really well on the show.
So he's getting more credit for being a singer than a rapper.
That's what it looks like. You know, I just didn't get an opportunity to start doing some more detail on that. But, you know, we was doing a review on Insecure the second season, and I was like, oh, shit. They playing fucking JID.
Oh, okay.
What the? Whoa. And then it went off, and then the next one, I was like, wait a minute. That's the other goddamn song. I was like, they playing JID shit on the fucking TV. That's not rap. And they play rap on the show. But they didn't play any of his rap. I was like, wow. So, yeah. So I was like, good. Because this kid is so talented. Very fucking talented.
Yeah, that shows his talent right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that people will pick them. Of all the shit that's out there and with all the R&B artists that's out there, they're going to take this rap kid. What, he's 19?
Yeah. No. He's like 24 or 26.
Okay. I thought he was
something like that.
Oh, that was what you call it. Remember, that was
Jaden
Sire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, wow. Wow. So I wanted to put you into that. So even though the rap, people really isn't picking up on him as quickly, he's still getting some play out there.
Okay.
So they ain't totally slept on him, but I think the rap side is.
Okay. So overall, for the nominees, I'm for the most slept on. Looking at it now, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that about JID, and we started listening to it earlier. In early November, and it came out in March.
Yep. And she released her series, I think, in April. So this been out. Her series been out since April.
Okay. So it came out a month before the series came out.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't have known that was Jid unless you searched for him.
Exactly. So, you know, that's what Shazam is for.
Right. You a fool.
Yep. So, you know, for me to be sure that what it was, I was like, no, this sound like I fucking threw Shazam on. I was like, yep, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. This is his song. And, you know, Alicia was like, who? I said, this is the shit that we just did the review on. I said, this is this new kid. So that was that.
All right. So looking at it, man, I'm definitely going to have to give the options between Jid and B.O.B.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, B.O.B. is just slept on, man. He's just a slept on artist. And I think Jid was just so good that it deserved to have more airplay than it did.
Right.
So that's why I would personally give Jid this most slept on, because it should have definitely got way more airplay than it did.
Right. But I kind of pulled back on Jid because I heard it. You know what I mean? And I pulled back on Logic because he was nominated. Because usually you get a nominated song, people are going to hear the whole album.
Yep. They're going to download the whole thing.
You got a nomination, they fucking go with the album. Like it or not, people are going to go grab it. Jid, I heard it, and I fucking love it. But when I'm thinking about slept on, I think B.O.B. got overlooked. So to me, it was, at first I was like, Logic, of course. And then I was like, oh, no. The motherfucker got already getting awarded. And then you put the scenario why he's being nominated as well. So got to pull him totally out of that. Then with Jid, I was like, so it has to be Jid, because that's one of the best albums that nobody's playing. But guess what? They are fucking playing it.
They are playing it, yeah. Yeah, and then
so I'm kind of like, you know, fuck.
Right, you kind of got to give it to B.O.B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
process of elimination.
Because how I heard of Jid, remember to what we were talking about, I was listening to a freestyle with Method Man and Black Thought. And Method Man was like, replay that Jid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. like that.
Right. What? So you're absolutely right. People do know him. We just were kind of late.
Yeah, I think we were late. But I still don't hear enough. I think he's that good that he's still not getting enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, who the fuck are we? But based on a lot of our assumptions and reviews, usually we're pretty close to saying, see, told you, talent. Talent is right fucking there. And I think we're at a high 90s on when we pick it like that. And I think he's one of them. I highly enjoy this one. And it was sad that we waited this long, but there's just been a lot of good shit this year, though.
Yeah.
But slept on, I think we're going to have to give it to B.O.B.
B.O.B. most slept on. Yeah, I agree. I can agree to that.
Yeah. So.
All right. So next category, we're going to go with,
let's do something really crazy. The veteran album of the year.
We're going to do the veteran album?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and knock out the veterans album. So this is the list, updated list. The list starts with, of course, 444 Jay-Z.
Yep.
Rather You Than Me, Rick Ross.
Yep.
The saga continues, Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yep. Revival, Eminem.
You get some nod.
Yep. And Pressure with Jeezy.
Jeezy. Yep, that's the one I got.
So
start from the bottom.
Okay, so did you listen to the Jeezy album?
Sure did.
Oh, really? Go ahead and let me know what you think about that.
So, like it, that's what I used to hear. You know what I mean? Jeezy is what I used to hear.
Okay.
Um, and when I heard it, I was like, shit sounds familiar as fuck. And then I was like, that's when I was hearing it down here before it started changing to the fucking mumble shit and all this other. This is what I was hearing. Happy, party, get out there, up-tempo, decent lyrics. I mean, not lyrical, but decent lyrics. Really flowing pretty cool. That's what I liked about it. I was like,
Okay.
And then his features were on point. His features were really on point. He could have thrown some of them away, but they were okay. It wasn't, I don't think any of his features were wasted. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, so good to have him on this list.
Okay.
Because I thought you was going to have the Meek Mill, but I'm glad you put Jeezy instead of Meek.
I don't think Meek has 7 albums out yet. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, you have to have at least 7 albums to be on the Veterans album list.
So what about Big Boy?
Big Boy doesn't have 7 albums by himself.
Okay, but Big Boy was part of another group and then extended from that. But you was looking at it as the individual album.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. I can't. That would be.
I'm good with that.
That would be an argument. That would be cheating. You know, if you compare LeBron to Kobe with just Kobe and Shaq together, you couldn't compare that because it would be LeBron by itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man.
But guess what though? You can. You know why you can? Because you're looking at how he played this year, not the previous 7 seasons. Because your veteran album is of the year,
right?
Not veteran album from an artist.
Okay.
So that's what makes it different.
Okay, so instead of albums, you would say if you've been in the game relevant for some odd years.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, then now this would be a whole totally different. This would be totally different because 2 Chainz would be able to get in there. You know, 2 Chainz been in the game forever. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but he only has 4 albums.
But no. But you have to have at least 7 albums. To your point.
Okay, with 7 albums. So 15 years in the game with 7 albums.
Basically. You still got to have a minimum, a minimum of 7. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
it doesn't matter if you're with a group.
Shit, yeah.
No groups or anything. So even though UGK is no more, Bun B could use UGK's albums along with his solo albums if he had dropped one this year.
Yep. And that would only be fair. You know
all right. So
but we're gonna stick with this
I didn't know that. Yeah, didn't know that. We'll definitely use that for next year's list. But that's what's up. That's a good update. So for pressure for me, Jeezy. One of the worst Jeezy albums that Jeezy
Really?
One of the worst of Jeezy albums. Maybe because of the time. Maybe because of the times and the sound has changed and he hasn't evolved with the sound. I was talking to Animal Brown today and he says Father Time has caught up with Jeezy. and I thought that was pretty accurate listening to this album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a bad album to your point. You know, it had some decent features. I love the track with Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Oh yeah, that was the fucking bomb. Yep.
Yeah, that. You know what? The funny part is the last 2 tracks were the best 2 tracks of the album. You know, because I really like the last track solo because that was like him rapping. You know, the funny part is he acts like he doesn't know how to rap or he doesn't want to rap, but when he want to rap, he can rap. He knows how to rap, but it's weird with Jeezy. It's so fucking weird.
Right.
But anyways, okay album. But he a vet in the game. You gotta show him respect. Get a 7 just for being a vet. You know.
Yep.
And then Eminem Revival.
I think we discussed.
I think the album could have been better, but definitely on to the next. The saga continues. Wu-Tang Clan. I thought they deserved to be on the list.
Well, for the year, yeah. So I kind of feel the same way that you felt with Jeezy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Dude, you're doing the same shit again. Yeah, you the Wu-Tang, you got fucking skills, but you sound the fucking same because of the formula. You're gonna continue with the same kind of formula, and it just makes you sound old.
Father Time, right?
So the Wu-Tang was good. Yeah, Father Time has made them understand that, look, I'm only revising what I already know. Okay, bro. So give it up.
Okay. And then the Rick Ross. The Rick Ross, Rather You Than Me, I liked it. You know.
I liked it.
I'm glad it came out early. Very glad it came out early. If it would have came out 2 months later, oh man, that would have almost been swept under the rug. He would have probably had to change around his track list a little bit. He would have definitely had to change around his track list. But enjoyed the album, man. Yeah. It was refreshing. It was good to hear Ross, and I think that was his 10th album.
Wow.
Or his 9th album, actually. 9th album. And then his 10th album should be coming out next year.
But he did a good job, though. Mm-hmm. So he changed some things up and had some good features on there that made him relevant. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. It kind of made him relevant. So good all the way. Good release.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And then last but not least, the 444, Jay-Z. Enjoyed the album. Enjoyed the lyrical content on it. You know, he slowed down his flow. It's just it's good to hear some grown rap. I don't pop pills. You know, I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to invest. I'm trying to, make sure my house is paid. So, hearing Jay-Z, hearing Jay-Z talk about shit like that, he's always been on shit like that. Right. So, he's just a little older.
So, veteran album of the year?
Yep.
Jay-Z. I can't. So I'm not gonna. I can't take anything away from him other than the worst production I've heard for a fucking veteran.
Right.
But if you take that away and listen to what he was saying, you're still gonna say, "Damn good, bro. Damn good."
Yeah.
Damn good.
You really are. That's the crazy part. You had really subpar beats. It could have been extreme. It could have been much better. But you were still like, you know what? That's what's up.
Yo, I like this. Put that one on. Except for somebody saying, look, man.
You gave me medium, but it was still good. And I'm not even going to complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
Which he should have.
Yeah.
The fuck? See, I think the production took away from it being a classic.
Okay.
Because I think it's a good album, but it could have been a classic album of this is what happens when a veteran fucking rapper goes to the next level.
Right.
This is what it's supposed to sound like in the quality of what they talking about and the production of what they putting out. This is what then he would have set a standard. But he just shown that he still got it at the age that he in. But he took some bad fucking production choices, bro. And that really bothered me the most.
And man, you were bashing his production, man.
Yeah, so I got over it though. So
I got over it.
I'm just like, fuck it, man. Fuck it,
All right, so it looks like it's a battle between the Ross and the Jay-Z then.
So I like the Ross, but Jay-Z, again, strip away that shit and let him go a cappella. And he had an acapella album. I would have been like, this is the fucking top album of the year. What you fuck that?
Should have just wrote a book. Right?
Just wrote a book and be like, yo, did you read that new
Did you check out the Audible?
Yeah, because he fucking
he was rapping on the whole
He's rapping on the fucking Audible.
Bought that shit twice.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I totally agree, man. Hands down, you really can't. The content, the substance that he brought on that album was like, damn, you just kind of changed the content of what these old school nobodies is rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Like these old school niggas is now going to start rapping about their life now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
and if
cool.
they don't, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this old nigga try to be young."
Exactly.
Like, no, bro.
That's what he's doing.
This is your life.
Yep.
Do your life.
You better, or we gonna clown you for not doing your life. You didn't rap about that? You didn't rap about that? You tripping. You know, so yeah, I totally agree with that, man.
Right.
So yeah, Jay-Z as the veteran. So since we go on the veteran, let's go ahead and go with the rookie of the year.
Oh, cool.
And then rookie as in rookie album, first album that they dropped as a official album. So I'll go through the category real quick. The Never Story Jid, Love is Rage 2, Lil Uzi Vert, Sire, Jaden Smith, Paranoia, A True Story, Dave East. And No Dope on Sunday.
No Dope on Sunday. Yep.
So we haven't talked about Sci-Hi the Prince yet. Let's go ahead and start from the bottom up, Dan.
Sci-Hi the Prince. I think you beat him up because you was disappointed. But I still feel as a newbie that this guy is amazing. Lyrically, freaking amazing. And he did a great release for this year. He was competitive for this year. You know, did he blow everybody away? No. Did he say he was going to? Yeah, but he didn't. But he was competitive. He brought out a great competitive album release. So you got to give him credit for that.
Got you. And see, for me, I cannot be as biased as I was on the review because this is an award show. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Okay.
Throwing everything that I said about the review off the table because he's nominated again out here, so I don't want to overbash him because this is his first album, first official album, my G. You know what I'm saying?
Official.
So, lyrically, damn near the best of the year. We'll talk about that later. But he sold me short personally. But I don't think that takes away from the rookie album. I appreciated it. As far as a body of work, it's a good start for his collection, and I know it's going to get better.
Totally
and then
agree.
Paranoia, A True Story, Dave East. I'm thinking we can damn near say the same thing about Dave East.
Yep, absolutely. Because I know the quality of Dave East. I've heard the quality of Dave East. He did it consecutively until this album came out. And I was like, dude, really? Oh, I was so disappointed. So as a rookie release, good for people to know that this guy exists. Good for people to say, yo, this guy got some skills. Let me go back and hear this other shit. Damn, I can't wait till the next one. But not for the Paranoia.
Right. Okay. And I agree. After I went back, I listened to the album originally, not really going into deep depth of his collection, his body of work. After I've heard his body of work, this album is no comparison to his body of work. But for intro to for a Rookie of the Year album, it's fair. It's like, okay, that's cool. You can make a couple hits, you can get on the radio. Congratulations. And again, that's kind of how I feel about the Sci-Hi too. It's like, okay, cool. You know how to, grab people's ear. I already knew that. So what's next? You know what I'm saying? So for Dave East and for Sci-Hi, me personally, it's like, what's next? So, and then the Sire, and then Sire Jaden Smith. Such a surprise, threw me to the left. And then I think more importantly, I'm really giving him one of the higher choices because he's 19. He's the youngest nominee on here.
Yep.
So I keep reiterating that because where were you at 19? What were you doing at 19? And how was your music sounding at 19?
Yep. Or your thoughts of what am I going to create? Because think about this kid saying, I want to create at 19. So, but then little Uzi Vert, I think we talked about him, who came in with a swag of his own and said, I'm going to step into the rap game on my own.
Yeah.
And do it like this. And it's fun, upbeat. And I think we talked about it during one of our reviews. He making songs that you can sing along with.
Yeah.
So he makes sure you're going to be involved in what I do. Not just I'm out there to try to show you how lyrically hard I can be or you can flow in. Nah, he was like, this is for y'all and me. But I'm going to make it so you always know you can recite my shit even when I'm not there.
And I think even more important than that is he dropped it in the middle of the year. So it gave people time to like really enjoy the album. The Sire came out a little late.
Right.
And, I think people evaluated it and was still in awe of it. But if it would have came out maybe early summer, I think it would have been able to compete a little better with the Love Is Rage 2.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And then the Never Story, of course, Jid, that came out in March, but again, it just didn't get it didn't get the profile and the proclaim that it should have. So, me personally, I mean, like I said, narrowing it down to the little Uzi Vert and the Jaden Smith, I personally would have to give it to little Uzi Vert, man. It's just the sustainability of it, Like it's already proved that it can hold out most of the year.
So I'm a little different because where I didn't think Jid was slept on, but I believe that he is the rookie of the year because his stuff is so powerful, bro. And it's not gimmicky. You know what I mean? It's not really gimmicky. He's hitting you straight there like, I can rap. Oh, by the way, I can sing. And it flows all the way through. And then with the Sire, he raps okay. He plays into his music so well. And like I said with little Uzi Vert, I enjoy what he created. But Jid, to me, is the dude that still captivates me because how do y'all not know this kid is this talented? They did nothing with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, practically nothing. And this kid is talented as fuck. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think you're absolutely right. Looking at this rookie of the year, who was on the worst team?
Yep.
So let the rookie of the year. Boom. Let's just break it down like basketball. Rookie of the year. Okay. So who did the most on the worst team? So we have Sahai. So he should have been. I think he was on Atlantic, but he was previously on Def Jam. We have Dave East, who's on Def Jam Mass Appeal. Mass Appeal is Nas's record company. We have Jaden Smith, who's on his own record company and Rock Nation. We have Lil Uzi Vert, who's I think is with Def Jam. And then we have Jid, who's with Dreamville.
With a whole bunch of who?
With a whole bunch of the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers players. Bums. Straight up, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Evaluating it's a little easier for these other players to, do the things that they need to do because of who they're associated with.
Yep.
And
strong teams.
Yeah, and then to your point, Jid kind of did this on his own. Like I didn't see it coming. Like Jed's been here. I'm sure I've seen the album cover, but like literally bypassed that shit. Like, cause he wasn't on any interviews. Like he was barely on any interviews. You barely even knew who he was. The singles wasn't getting exclusively popping like that. Like, why aren't you on Breakfast Club, my G?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, why aren't you on Breakfast Club? Like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, yeah, you're on tour. Oh, okay, that's what's up. But you still need to be on some other shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I need to see you out here, bruh.
So somebody wasn't doing their job with this kid.
Or they wasn't doing enough.
Enough. Yep. Either way. Yep. So that's why I leaned toward it. If not, I think I would have just gave it to Little Uzi Vert because of how he just stepped in and pretty took over the rookie sensation of the year.
To your point, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. He has more stats with less. You know what I'm saying? It's like Uzi done got Uzi got a wave. You know what I'm saying? A lot of all these artists really been popping. You know what I'm saying? Jid is probably the most recent one popping. You know what I'm saying? So okay, yeah, that's what's up. I can give you that. Rookie album of the year, The Never Story. I didn't even know that was him on the first track. I thought it was just somebody else, and he just made it as an intro. But that was him.
That was him.
Yeah.
And I told you that. I cut it off. I was like, what the fuck is this? What did you tell me to listen to? I cut it off. I was like, this is some bullshit. I'll come back to it. Then I realized, this is this kid doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's either saying, good job, let's go into the next track. Not saying, damn, this kid is talented as fuck. I gotta get people to hear him. He didn't do that shit. But he still was able to do some things. And people were able to hear him without being saturated. Like Little Uzi Vert showed up on so many fucking features and shit and all. So he made sure Jaden, by way of his just name, got himself out. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I'm good with that. That's why I lean toward him though. That's the reason why. Straight Cavaliers, early days of fucking LeBron James.
LeBron. All right, so the next three we're gonna run through real quick is the East, West, and South albums of the year. Which one you want to do first?
Let's go from the West.
All right, so the West albums of the year category is The Big Fish Theory, Vince Staples, Sire, Jada Smith, Confirmed, Dame Dollar, Damn, Kendrick Lamar, and Make America Crip Again, Snoop Dogg. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, running through this real quick, I want to speak on the Dame Dollar real quick. I put the Dame Dollar in there because, one, we're in the South, and it's hard to get a lot of West music.
Yep.
A lot of and then find some good quality West music. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put Dame in there because I appreciated his work, and he's originally from Oakland.
Right.
So for him doing what he did and him, playing ball, this is actually one of the best albums that a ball player has put together and promoted and marketed and got out there. You know what I'm saying? And had Adidas, doing shit with him. You know what I'm saying?
But it was a quality release, though. It was a quality release. It wasn't some, name recognition, let's do a Dame album. No. This was some effort to say, hey, I compete with the rappers out here. Mm-hmm. And I want to make a good release that I'm putting out. And he did. So you was all in on doing that. I totally agree with that portion of that release. I don't know about Snoop being on there, but
well, he came back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He came back better. And I was really waiting on Nipsey to drop his album. I wanted to put Nipsey on there, but he didn't drop, and it wasn't really nothing else that really grabbed me. That was an album. albums. You know what I'm saying? Not just mixtapes. You know, Too Short dropped something that was straight. MC8 dropped something. Just here and there, people. But I didn't really hear nothing that really was worth a nominee. So I put Snoop on that.
Okay, I'm good because I can't think of anybody else. But we went through the Kendrick. I feel about Kendrick and Sire and Vince Staples. So you're looking at all of these. I really got between two that I still tossing it up. One is the best album of the year. It's the best album of the year. The other, I definitely want to say, if you saying strictly West to give a feel and uniqueness, it's Vince.
A feel and uniqueness, it would have to be Vince.
But I can go either way. I'm serious. I can go either way.
And see, I don't...
Go ahead. No.
Kendrick is in his prime right now.
Yep.
And you have to give it to him now. Because if you don't give it to him now and you feel like he's going to be better later and he's not better later, you're going to be like, damn, man, he was just so good last year. And you be like, but you gave it to Vince. And you thought Vince was harder last year. So...
Okay. All right.
I gotta give it to Kendrick.
Okay.
What he came out with was very potent.
Yep.
Okay. It was really good.
I can't argue with that. You're right. Because now in my heart and mind, I think his next release is gonna be not better, but it's gonna be damn good. And I'm gonna be okay with it. Because if you keep trying to make people do better than what they did, you're always going to be disappointed.
It's going to be Eminem. You're going to be Eminem. So I think we ruined Eminem. I think we were the ones that that had him so high, calling him this god of rappers. When in all reality, he just hid in the culture really well. And he just knew how to give the culture what. We was like, oh, that shit is hard, my G. Keep going. He don't have that no more. So he can't pull that.
Well, so you sure he doesn't have it? Because I think he does. And this is why I say he does.
You know why? Because he wouldn't have taken 2 Chainz verse off of his album. He would have had a rap artist filled album. And he would have been going on that shit with all of them.
So you trying to say the Big Sean verse was ain't good enough?
Dude, see, I don't know where that came from because it definitely wasn't on the album.
No. So the album release, remember you said this sometimes, the album release and what a person can do sometimes is different.
Man, yeah.
And then when he did the freestyle, it showed that he can battle with any motherfucker. The freestyle said, I still got it. I'm going to battle off the rip and throw it out there. He does have it. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do with the album, though. I really don't. I don't think this is where he's at. I just think he thought he needed to do this album like this.
Jay-Z, man. You got to blame on Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z did it so well that other people felt like they can do it because they needed to get it off their chest. And that was just their outcome. It just wasn't as good. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think he's done. I just think he had a bad release on what he thought he should have done. Not what he could have done. What he should have done.
Okay.
But still disappointing, and it still be the wackest shit. I'm not gonna the most disappointing. I'm not gonna take that away from him. If they was like, nah, motherfucker, he's the best. Well, he may be the best, but he has one of the fucking worst releases ever.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible. So, but West Coast, I agree with you.
Definitely Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Yep.
All right, so let's go to the East. Real quick, let's run the East off real quick.
Got your boy Meek Mill on that bitch.
Yeah. So of course,
and you put Joey Badass.
Yeah, man. I had to put Joey on there. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I didn't, and you know what? I wish I would have went back and listened to it one more time. I think I tried to probably about 3 months ago, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna try again later.
But why did you put David Banner on that bitch?
Because David Banner's from Mississippi.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, man. See, Lil Uzi Vert.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And Meek Mill's from Philly. You know, and Dave East is from Harlem. So yeah, Paranoia, a true story. Dave East. Friday on Elm Street. Fab and Jada. All American Badass. Joey Badass. Meek Mill, and Lil Uzi Vert 2. Love is Rage 2. Lil Uzi Vert. So that's the category. And I don't really need to get into too much. I guess we can, because we ain't got too much good to say about Wayne Boston. We ain't got too much good to say about All American Badass.
Nope. Top album is Lil Uzi Vert, bro.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yep. That's crazy as fuck. Because when I saw it, I was kind of like, nah, let me look for some more East Coast. I was like, shit, man. Mm-hmm. No, not at all.
Yeah, when I sent it to you, you was like, why did you put South rappers in there? I was like, and you didn't even say the name. I was just like, I already know he thinks Lil Uzi is from the South. Let me just let him know, look, Lil Uzi from Philly. He's like,
he's a Philly
interesting. Kid. So, yeah, Lil Uzi definitely gets the East Album of the Year. Now, South Album, I think South Album is the most difficult.
Yep, that's the most competitive.
Yeah, which is interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would think it would be more competitive in the East. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to disrespect the West because I know the West is more competitive, but we just haven't heard it like that. So I'm not even going to. Yeah,
because we don't get enough.
Yeah, so I won't do the West like that. But the South category that we chose was Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, 2 Chainz, Cultures, Migos, No Dope on Sunday, Sci-Hi the Prince. Layla's Wisdom, Rhapsody, and Forever is a Mighty Long Time, Big Crit, because he's from Mississippi.
Yep. Big Crit gets some love out of it.
Yeah, so the furthest up north that we're going is North Carolina, South Carolina, because of Rhapsody. So, man, we didn't get into Rhapsody yet.
Yep.
But we'll get into, okay.
We got an opportunity in the lyrical.
Yeah, definitely in the lyrical. She's in the album of the year also. So, South Album of the Year, man. This was difficult because I want to give it to certain people just because they don't have an award.
So I agree with you when you say, some people didn't win anything, but if you're gonna throw on a album from the South and they were like, hey, look, man, I want to hear something really good from the South. I really want to, and who do you think I should be listening to? And, I don't need to hear the most popular one. I just need to hear the best one. Which one? I
would have to narrow it down. Oh, okay. So if somebody from Alaska came down and be like, man, let me hear the hottest South album out right now. Damn. And they coming to hear some good South music. Ooh, it was
now they grew up with some old school rappers from the West Coast and the East Coast.
See, and that still wouldn't matter because the South is different. So it would be a fight between Pretty Girls Love Trap Music and Forever is a Mighty Long Time.
Really?
Because those represent the South a little more than or the Migos, but I wouldn't want you to listen to Migos.
Because that throws people off.
Yeah. They'd be like, what the hell are you listening? This is what the South is listening to?
But everybody loves it. This is some bullshit. Exactly.
Right. So I would definitely I wouldn't give them Layla's Wisdom because that would confuse them also.
So Layla's Wisdom sound like an East Coast.
Yes.
Like North and East Coast.
Yep.
And
Sci-Hi sounds like a North and East Coast.
Yep. I really think Big Crit sounds more West Coast.
Ooh, yeah, you was telling me that. Yep, you said that in the review. You did say that in the review.
Because I really was like, damn, who's this kid from? This sound like maybe he's from, the LA, Compton. He was like, nah, this dude from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, really? Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of people originally said he sounded like Pimp C from Texas. So
okay, I can go with that too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't sound like a Southern style rapper or production.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, production is immaculate, man. I mean, you would have to really know Goody Mob and Outkast to be like, oh, that's the South Sound. But even then, he's just. But David Banner has that sound too, man. It's just not really a South sound. It's just like master production.
So that's why I asked you about David Banner.
Yeah, it's just so many good things came out, man. So many good things came out, and it just got pushed back.
Yep. So my answer would be exactly what I asked you, which is I wouldn't give someone the Migos because they would look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Second, Sci-Hi isn't really that type that will say, here you go, here's some Southern 2 or Rhapsody or Big Crit. It embodies 2 Chainz.
Yeah, it definitely embodies 2 Chainz. He puts it all over his music.
Yep.
He puts it all.
And you can say lyrically, this dude is cool. He's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
The music is good. He got some good features of some people that I know, and they're not overwhelming him, and he's not overwhelming them. This is an evenly well put together Southern album.
Yeah. That I totally agree. That is a great point. That's a great point.
So now, if you had somebody that was down here and you got some Southern people that's been or from out of Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, I think they would go with, are you crazy? Migos.
Mm-hmm. Or Crit.
I don't think they would say Crit.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the Southern people are so used to that Migos type sound now.
Okay.
I think that's what's the hot shit. When you go to the club, you trying to hear something that's got that trap music and that and that's what hypes them up. 2 Chainz, they like 2 Chainz, but I think they would go with Amigos. But that's why I said, if you saying, hey, look, some 2 people from, let's say Chicago, say, yo, I want to hear something. What's good coming out of the South this year? I said, besides your typical Migos, Future, something better than that. I want something that I would say, hey, look, this is some quality. Here you go. Let's do this from 2 Chainz.
Okay.
Eat that up. And they'll be full.
Yeah.
They'll be full with that shit.
Yeah, that'll definitely give them a little substance.
Yep.
So
and again, I'm not taking away from Migos. I'm not even taking away from Big Crit, Rhapsody. Their sound isn't the typical Southern sound. That's the only reason why I'm going toward the 2 Chainz.
Interesting. And yeah, you made a very valid point on that, because I'm going back and I'm listening to the tape and running back through my head, and you got OJ Juice Man on there. You got Gucci Man on there. You got Quavo on there. You got the song called Riverdale Road on there. So
Riverdale. Whoop.
Yeah. So, you're absolutely right. When they listen to it, that's what they're going to hear.
Yep.
So, yeah. 2 Chainz.
And they may not like all of it, but they're going to get a whole, group of, this is the Southern sound.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, damn, I like this. Okay. Or they may say, this is some bullshit. That's really high quality Southern sound. So I'm not taking you any lower,
right?
Bro. So
all right. So if you hear anything else, don't be upset.
Yeah, don't get mad at me.
I gave you the best that you gonna get. So
tune in to part 3 of our Bougie Black Brother Award Show, episode 3, as we finish out our award ceremony.